This is the Net Group Investments podcast, where we explore a variety of views and insights that investors care about.
Hello, I'm Trevor Garvin from Net Group Investments Multi-Manager. This installment of your market and economic wrap is titled Entering the Home Stretch for South African Elections. Election fever is certainly starting to crescendo, with South Africa's next election just weeks away on the 29th of May. This marks 30 years since the dawn of a new democracy, and for the first time, the ANC is under pressure to achieve an overall 50.1% majority. The new MK party, under the leadership of ex-President Jacob Zuma, seems to have enticed votes away from the ANC, particularly in the KwaZulu-Natal region. It may also steal votes away from the EFF. Latest polls are showing the ANC achieving around 45% of the vote, with the MK party around 8%, the EFF around 8 to 10%, and the DA 21%. The key question will then be with whom the ANC will form a coalition government. There is speculation it may be with the IFP, should they both jointly have over 50%. Voter turnout will be an important factor, with predictions being that there may be a low turnout due to a mix of apathy and frustration from voters. The Western Cape should also be an interesting outcome, with the incumbent DA party under pressure from many sides due to the rising levels of crime and service delivery issues. Global conflicts also continue to hog the headlines, with fighting in the Ukraine, Gaza and Sudan continuing. Negotiations for a ceasefire and hostage deal release in the Middle East have not yet achieved a result, with Hamas announcing tonight they are accepting the terms of an Egyptian brokered deal. We have seen campus riots occurring on over 150 colleges across the US related to the Middle East conflict, which has only increased divisions in an already divided US. With the US elections later this year, President Biden and ex-President Trump are both facing their own issues. Trump is on trial for paying hush money, and Biden faces very low popularity polls. The US Congress approved a much-needed financial aid package for the Ukraine, a mixture of funding and weaponry. In the UK, the Conservative Party suffered major losses in the past weekend's council by-elections, which does not augur well for the general parliamentary elections later this year. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and the Conservatives are under intense pressure to remain in government from the Labour Party that is leading by quite a margin in the latest polls. On the sporting front, British racing driver Lando Norris achieved his first ever Formula One Grand Prix victory in Miami this past weekend, defeating world champion Max Verstappen into second place. Turning to the markets, the rand strengthened last week on Thursday, firming to 18 Rand 54 against the dollar after the US Federal Reserve Bank kept rates unchanged, ruling out any further rate hikes despite recent stronger than expected inflation. The Fed's decision comes on the back of a still tight labor market and sticky inflation. The Fed reiterated that inflation has stalled in the past few months, with progress towards the 2% target. The rand was also helped by better than expected vehicle sales in March. Further support stemmed from the improvement in the country's electricity situation, with load shedding being suspended for now over 35 days. The US dollar started the week firmer, but lost ground after Fed Chair Jerome Powell completely ruled out interest rate hikes, but acknowledged that rates may need to remain higher for longer. Domestic equities hit their high last week, with the JSE FTSE All-Share Index gaining 1.67%. The biggest boost came from financials, which were up by 5% for the week. Industrials were up by 2.2%, while basic materials edged up by a softer 0.65%. Global equities were mainly in the red, following the Fed's stance to keep rates unchanged and delay further rate cuts. That brings us to an end of today's market report. It certainly has been another eventful past few weeks. Till next time, with thanks, Trevor.
Nedgroup Collective Investments is an authorized collective investments scheme manager in terms of the Collective Investments Schemes Control Act. Nedgroup Investments does not provide advice on financial products and will only give you factual information. For further details on our funds and to view our terms and conditions, please visit nedgroupinvestments.co.za. Nedgroup Investments. See money differently.